personally, I have absolutely loved your book. I've connected with it in so many ways with my past and just really evaluating again, like who I am because of my past, but also that doesn't need to define me, and really evaluating and listening for God and his voice in who I am now. Because God really had a plan for my life. And in this last chapter, you said something about what if we could take the stone. I don't remember how you said it. Something about the stone and like, what if we used it as a stepping stone? And that was so interesting to me because I've said that same exact thing about my life before. That from a very young age, I remember, like, now that I can look back, I can see how different things in my life had to happen. And they were all stepping stones that led me closer to God. So it was God putting this path before me through all these different events so that I could be the best version of me now. I feel like tonight, like this chapter about hindsight too, like I honestly had some, like, there's been something happen recently I've talked about that just within the leadership of our church that happened that like I had a trauma response from it. And we met together yesterday and like I was realizing that my body was already reacting before I slowed down enough to sense what my body was doing. And once I was able to like go through the process that you demonstrated in your book, I was able to recognize, oh, that's an old familiar pattern of mine. And just really slow down and be like, okay, well, because what happens with me is my body, my physical pain will get higher. Like my muscles will just tense up and it's very uncomfortable. And I get headaches and I don't sleep well and all of the stuff. But like once I like try to really stop it in its tracks, take my thoughts captive and just really give those over to God, then I was like, okay, this is who I am, God, with you. Like, I know that you're still here with me, God. Like, you've not left me. Like, you're here, you're in it. You've got my back. You've got my steps forward. Love that. I absolutely love that. So I feel like your book has been a really great way. I think anybody that has had any kind of hurt from their past, or trauma, like whatever you want to call it, I think that anybody can get something from your book about how those things happened, but they're not, we aren't the ones that necessarily caused them to happen, or like it's not happening because of who we are. That's not our trait. I was even thinking about like a few years ago, my oldest daughter, she got pregnant outside of wedlock, and that like crushed my dreams that I had for her. But I quickly had to come to realization, like, right, that wasn't her dreams necessarily, or maybe it was her dreams. I don't know. But like God had a bigger plan. So I had to really sit in how I was doing. So that I thought, like, what if we did something as parents to like make this go awry? Or I thought we instilled a lot of faith in her and all these different things, and it was all about me me or me and my husband, and it wasn't enough about her and her journey. And so once I relinquished all of that, and God helped me to see that his hand is still moving throughout the process, that because before I couldn't, when I couldn't see his hand moving, I was like, oh, this is going to be bad. And I almost couldn't go to church. I almost couldn't even show my face, because like walking through those doors, I would have panic attacks. Even before anyone would say good morning even, and I would have a panic attack. And so it took me a bit, and a lot of crying, confession, prayer, definitely just asking God, like, God, I don't know what you want from me. And kind of like was shared in our meeting tonight, like, what do you do when you're not sure what your emotion is or what you're feeling? Like, what do you do in those circumstances? It's like, well, I mean, sometimes all you can do is say, I'm an ugly mess. And God, just help me with my ugly mess.
Yes.
Like, help me to know which step to take to get out of the ugly mess. So yeah. And that's the title of your book too. I'm in the camp that every girl needs a little sparkle in her life. And different girls might see that sparkle in a different way. Maybe it's a sparkle in the eye, or the smile, or a ring on the finger, or whatever. Not necessarily in the hair.
That's right.
Or maybe it is their hair. I don't know. But we all dream of being the sparkle of somebody's eye, and all work together to be that in God's eye. What a more beautiful place the world would be. It's an honor to be a part of this group. I've learned so much, and I love the practicals. I'm one that I learn partly by listening, but also by doing. So I love it when I can have solid practicals that just slow things down, break it down, that I can apply and apply again and again.